Alright, I am here. And my camera decided to shut off. One second, let me fix that. Oh crap, the batteries died on me. I have to replace that. I will be actually right back again. Alright, looks like my other battery's dead as well, so I'll have to go without one for a little bit to give it some time to charge. That's fine. We've got a little bit of time until it starts. You got about 15 minutes. Hopefully it gets enough charge in that amount of time. I mean, I've got it charging right now. I accidentally left it on after I recorded my video last night, so it pretty much is hard dead. Alright. Yeah, right now we're basically waiting for it to start up. I started a little late going in here, but we've got, yeah, 14 minutes. Yep, 14 minutes. Now, I haven't actually tried the game from, like, the start proper, so this will kind of be new to me since I've only played on, like, the test servers and stuff where I'd already had a lot of stuff given to me. So it'll be kind of interesting to see, because the big thing I want to figure out is with the, how I'm going to approach the start when it comes to pulling my people. Because one of the things that's real nice is the, what do you call it? The beginner selector. But the one negative of having the selector is it's like the last thing I want to do when it comes to pulling on new units. Just for the simple fact that you never know what you're going to get on your other pulls, and you want to avoid dupes. So even though I want to get Tiamat, I want to make sure I do all my other pulls before I use the selector, just in case I get her randomly on one of the other pulls, and then use the selector, and then I can use it on somebody else. And while we're kind of waiting for this, let me pull up the Pride Win stuff here. That's what I've been kind of looking at. Let me close some stuff, though. I think my camera should be good to go. I'm probably about a little bit after it starts. It's got way too much open on this screen. Alright, let's see. Right side screen. Yeah, there we go. So one thing I was looking at last night is they've added a lot of stuff on here. And that one still has my frozen camera on there. Let me just turn that off. Well, it's jeez. Alright. Let's see here. So the one thing I was looking at is the tier list. I kind of went over it very shortly in my video. It was way too much for like a full-on go over every single character because there's just so much on here. Now the biggest characters I'm definitely going for, like the ones that are immediately coming on launch, like Freya, I'm absolutely getting. And one thing I actually want to try out is they have one team for her on right now, which I love this, that she pairs well with Tiamat based on their stuff here. But the one thing I want to try out is to see why she's bad on Aurora, because I've tried out the bosses in the game. Like, I haven't done the hardest difficulty stuff yet. Even though I have access to it, it's just I already struggle with the earlier stuff because I haven't really built the characters out very much. And so we'll kind of have to see here, because the big thing is I want to figure out how to level up and stuff as quickly as possible within the game. But yeah, my starting unit, my 100% for sure, unless they like severely nerf her for some reason, is I want to make sure I get at least a copy of Tiamat. Now I'm not going to be doing re-rolling when the game launches, and I'll be making some more videos on it. I've made a couple before this, but re-rolling is not going to be necessary. One thing I'm trying to get verification on, which I've asked the team, was how our future banner is going to look regarding like our dark and light units, like Lily. Like Lily's a unit I really want, but you don't really have any way to guarantee her other than getting lucky on either the permanent banner, or if you want to press your luck on the dark light banner, putting pulls into that. And one thing that is kind of good though is if you look at the tier list when it comes to the light and dark units, and I'll throw it through the table view, but if you just generically pull on that banner, like in, let's see, light, oh, you can't do both, but if you just pull on that one, both the light and the dark are just outright good. Probably the biggest negative one's gonna be Sanya. She's still good, but she's just not PvP capable, really. She's not gonna be like a meta PvP character from what I can tell. Everybody else on the dark and light are really good. And you see this, you'll see these lower tiers on the specific bosses amongst all of the units. Like, so it looks like when it comes to the bosses, one thing I didn't notice when I was looking at this in my private video is it looks like the bosses are like elemental weakness is the very big thing with them, and the harder difficulty. So if their weakness, if they're able to exploit their weakness, they like automatically went to tier 5 on this list. So this boss dominates that, the green. This boss dominates the blue, and this boss dominates the red. Although she has only tier 2 here on that line, but yeah, that's the one thing is I don't know how important that is to it, but I wonder if you can overcome the weakness, or if they're just default going to get wrecked on this mode. Oh, hey, Shavarzim. Yep. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed after I posted the video. I was kind of messing around with this, and that's what I recognized. But yeah, it'll be good to try and test her out on the boss to see how bad it is. It could very well be why I was having a hard time in the on the test servers, because I was just using the kitchen sink approach to fighting the bosses. I was just kind of testing them out. I wasn't really trying to min-max them or anything. But kind of looking at this list here of what they've got on the characters, I do really like that the two main units I'll be getting, they've already put in a team together. Although I really have not looked at any of the SR units too much in depth. Although I do know they're all good. They target elemental weakness. She dies instantly. Okay. Good to know. I did not know that. So they all target her over the other unit. Let's see. Have they even... Yeah, they still haven't got the reasoning behind some of the other units. Let's see in Sanya. What is her role anyway? Let's go back. Yeah, we still got 6 more minutes, and it should hopefully be live. Let me double check it. They always could go live early. Nope. Server's still not up. And for anyone that's just now joining, I will have my camera on at some point. The battery was dead because I accidentally left it on last night when I got done making my last video. But I will be turning my camera on. Hopefully it can last a little bit. I don't know how long I'll be streaming, but definitely want to get through the introduction, get through that. The biggest thing is I want to first figure out if someone is going to reroll, where's the stopping point on it. But I feel very likely that there's going to be absolutely no reason to reroll because every unit is going to most likely get run at some point on their own banner. It's kind of like acting like a rerun, even though they never ran in the first place. Because the big ones I want to save up for is going to be Lily, Doiki, or Doki Doki. I have no clue how to say her name, but I've seen people calling me out in the comments already making fun of it. They didn't give me a proper pronunciation for her, but Doki Doki is what I've been calling her. And then you have, Heinrich here is the only one. I really need to try him out because he's the only one that they have his tier 0 on everything. And he just looks to be pairs well with like any team. He's got both the debuffing, the DPS. I really want to get a copy of Tsukiyomi as well. She's really good. Doki Doki. So I am saying it right. It is Doki Doki. Maybe I said Doiki Doiki. Oh, it is up. Server not selected. Yeah, it does look to be up. Let me switch it then. 1 second. Maybe I just was maybe I said Doiki Doiki instead of Doki Doki. I was thinking it was Doki Doki because it's a Japanese name, isn't it? And the I is an E sound. Alright. Final test global. Global is the global US. I have no clue. We'll go with it. Alright, let's get into it. One thing I do like about the Japanese in this game is, like, I pick up a lot of the words they say. They speak at, like, slow enough that it's pretty easy for me. And I kind of skipped around on the story and all the other test phases, so I haven't really paid attention to it that much at all. And I'll probably do that a little bit here as well.
だがジェネシスの出現が新たな災難となる。同時に現れた反イザリア組織 RCS がジェネシスを利用して威嚇者
To
を改
alter
造し
them.
恐怖と混乱を煽ったのだ。ジェネシスが急激に広がり、感染者たちは化け物に変わり、システムも暴走してしまった。ジェネシス
The
は
AI is going
イザリア
haywire.
の全てを破壊する。その危機に現れたのがハイパーリンカーだ。彼らはこの世界の支えとなる。旧世界の悲劇を忘れない。新たな故郷を守るため、彼らは今もなお新しい仲間を探し続けている。
Oh, hey, it's something I get to do that I didn't get to do in the test, the other test server. They just gave me a default person on this. All right. I don't think I've actually seen this part of the intro. All right. This is just going to be the tutorial here. Let's not provoke him. So this is one thing I really like, is like the insta-killing you can do. Yeah, push that to ambush. Although it doesn't always work. But when you do get the insta-kills, it does make it a lot quicker. Yeah, we have turn cooldown. Great increased attack and advance their action. Yep. Always love that. My favorite units are going to be all the action advance type characters. Yeah, and you can kind of look at what they do here. The only problem is I have not looked at like any of the SR units at all. I really need to get into them since you're going to have to build them in the beginning anyway. She gets faster. She's a blue. Okay, so you conceal. Oh, no. How do you... Yeah. Can't remember if you have to wait for them to turn around or anything, but yeah, there you go. I can't use the extra speed. I'm gonna see here. And so you can see at the turn meter stuff, so you have her, they're all gonna go next. Well, let's just try it out. Boom, right to the front. That's going to be the hardest thing for me in this game, though, is kind of really learning how it all works in kind of timing it correctly, especially for the bosses. It's the same thing, the same problem I always had in Honkai Star Rail with, if it wasn't 100% turn increase or whatever, it's like, is it good time to do it now, or should I wait till another turn? Because it was always advantageous to use them at very specific timing in Honkai Star Rail for certain units. Like, it was basically, I think Sparkle, if I remember, she only had like a 50% at action advance, but if you timed it correctly, she worked like no different than Bronya. You just had to time it correctly. Can't go over. Security device. Shut it down from the control center. Actually, let me see what my battery in my camera is. Yeah, it's still saying it's pretty much dead. I've got to remember to turn it off when I'm working on videos late at night. There we go. There's the ambush success. The insta-kills. You don't need anyone like Acheron. You just do it normally. The only problem is you have to get the ambushes correct. I don't know if there's ways to improve how often it's successful, but it is nice that you can right off the bat skip some of the fights. Game seems nice. Combat. Yeah, I do like the combat in it. And you can hold, if you hold left click, I forgot about that, it speeds up the talking. Man, it gets really fast. Yeah, they did it. Now we got enemies coming. I mean, it does have a skip function. That is one thing that it's really nice. Oh, fight start. Alright. Okay, reduce their defense. I did use this guy a lot before. It's got the defense, and then you can increase his crit, and that one gives him an insta turn again after that. So this one's the speed one. One turn speed increase. But it didn't really change much. They're still coming after. We'll have him go again immediately. Crit up. And then... What does our CC do here? Triggers dealing all enemies. Oh yeah, I definitely want to use that one. And he's
やっと僕の番か。
and still only 1x speed.
本当のヒーローはこれぐらいの勝利で喜ばないんだ。
What in the world? I got a bot in Twitch. Let me go there and fix that.
危険すぎる。けどこうするしかない。ワープスポットを設置。よし、座標は屋上よ。急ぎましょう。
I definitely think this has changed a little bit than from what I remember when I seen the original story. But I mean, it has been a while.
危ない。避けて。
Ready to fight. What game do you think this game is more similar to? Epic 7 or Star? Epic 7, from my understanding. I've never played Epic 7. I compare it to Star Rails. That's what I'm familiar with. But everybody says it's basically another better Epic 7. But I've never played to know. I just compare it to Star Rail. But it's definitely going to have more of a PvP focus. Deploying Dorothy seems our best bet. I do like Dorothy is one that I really liked in the beta. I mean, but then again, I didn't have the free healer we're gonna get, so I mean, they're gonna get replaced with what is it, Ling Lu? Once I get her. Alright, produces defense. Now we already got a defense reduction here, so let's just go with speed. Let's have him go immediately again. Action advance. Crit rate for everybody. Then come on and hit him hard. And we just need a little bit of a heal here. This is replacing Honkai for me, and I like the men better in this than HSR anyway. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I quit Honkai Star Rail a few months ago. I mean, then again, I already knew games like this one, and then a bunch of others were coming out. So I actually cleared off a lot of the other games I was playing that I wasn't really covering. So I quit Honkai Star Rail, ZZZ, Wuthering Waves. The main reason I also quit them though too was because I just wasn't making content on them, and I was really pushing heavily on like Girls Frontline and now Nikkei. And it's actually worked out pretty good. But I know there's a lot of other big games coming up too. This isn't the only one that I'll be covering. Like I'm really excited for like Ananta, Azure Premilia, what is it? Everness to Everness, and then there's another one I can't even remember. But yeah, I'll be jam-packed full of content probably next year. It just depends on the release dates. How vital is PvP? I haven't really played the end game. It's not needed. Like, you can play this game as just a PvE game, so you don't like have to do it. But it's just it's very big part of the game in the sense, like, it's gonna have a lot of competitive stuff, like actual cash prize tournaments and like actual esports stuff involved with it. But it is not necessary. Like, I'm gonna be playing the PvP very casual. Like, I'm gonna be participating and kind of showing off the PvP, building teams, but I'm gonna get absolutely annihilated in PvP. I can tell you that. Like, the people that are gonna be like really into the PvP are gonna just destroy me. I don't know why I'm being all strategic with this guy. He's not hard. Scanning. Are we curing the corruption? Is he like corrupted? I've not really paid attention to the story at all before. That's the end. You die. Game over. Reconnecting. Reconstructing consciousness. Ultra building incident. 2197. All right. That's the one thing in this world is how does the movement around the world that's like in an apocalypse work? So you don't if you die in the video game, you don't die in the real world, I guess. Is this game the devs' first time into making games? No, they I believe they are the same devs for Sword of Convalaria. So they've made plenty of games before. It's not their first go at it. Breaking news. Oh, end of service announced. The Genesis spread at Ultra Building is under control. 117 Animuses and 12 humans dead, 114 Animus missing. Caused so many casualties. Yeah. 避難が間に合わなかった周りのデジタルスペースの過負荷とジェネシスもさてともかく今日来たのはあなたのウルトラビルの事件の後 Yeah, I'll have to like look at a whole lore thing on the background of this because it's kind of confusing to me on the story of I thought it was like a virtual world they're all living in, but people can still die or not die. Who could it be? Get leads from the captured Animus, but he turned into a melt fiend right before interrogation. I'm guessing that's the like, equivalent of a mind break, whatever they call it in Nikkei, when they go crazy. Or the cyberpunk, when they go crazy. What about us? More time off. More work to do. ジェネシス漏れが周りのブロックで多くの二次災害を引き起こしてる。私たちも拡散エリアに閉じ込められた市民を救い出すように教会から Where do they want us? Yeah, I should just have it go quickly. 指定されたのは Oh, when it does that though, they don't speak quickly. This does the text quickly. Okay. That's not very useful. Is there information about the gacha in this game regarding the banner system? important dupes are. Oh yeah, there's been plenty of that. We'll get to it here in a second, but yeah, this banner system's really good in this game. There is no 50-50 on the banners that are currently like the rate up ones, and all units get put into the standard pool. So there is no they go away and now you gotta wait till they rerun. They get put into the standard pool. Now, there is the system of you have light and dark elements, which are going to be a little bit more rare, but they have like a different currency if you want to target them, which we'll see when we get to it after we get past this here. I can't remember when we unlock the polling system. But in the beginning, the general advice is going to be to poll on the permanent banner. And because the rates on the permanent banner are a little bit better in terms of pity. But if you poll on, you don't have a guarantee on any specific unit on that one. You're just polling on the general banner that has every unit in it. But if you poll on the limited time banner with a dedicated unit, that one, a little bit higher pity. The pity thinks 100 polls, but you're guaranteed to get the unit. And you actually get a ton of poll currency in this game versus other games like HSR. They actually, like, the way I feel, this is just from thought. I mean, we'll have to kind of see when someone actually does the numbers. But it felt like I was getting currency about at the same rate you would get it at in a game like Honkai Star Rail. But they have a lot lower, I think it's 100 of the in-game currency to do a poll versus like 160 like you'd see with like HSR. But they give you the currency at the same rate. So you're getting a lot more polls. You have no 50-50 to worry about. And all units are always available in the standard banner. So you can get, I mean, you still have to, it's kind of still RNG there, but you can get any unit at any time in the game if you pull on that banner. Can't think of anything. Oh, new feature unlocked. Summons. Alright, we're right at the sun face. Now this one, I'm pretty sure is this one's already scripted. You can't get lucky on this one, I believe. But is this the one where you get Leon? I think this is where you get, yeah, the first SSR. And she's actually good. Like, she's not like a trash SSR. She's actually good. She's the free one that we get. So let's go back here. Place analysis report and show here. You can check it anytime. Okay, so it's kind of going over the shells. Yeah. One thing I was lazy about when I was testing this before is I didn't like put any equipment on them. But it really makes a difference if you actually even know you're going to be replacing it very quickly to actually upgrade this stuff. Okay. So then we have this. If you're one of those people that's going to spend in the game, you can get immediately top up at any amount for this first time and you receive this. So you can get a 10 pull from just spending any money at all on here. And this is a paid beta test. So everything is available in the shop to kind of try out. Now, this is going to get reset, but you will be getting a rebate on the money you spend at a certain percentage based on how much you spend. It's up to the first $100. You're going to get double the in-game currency, which is pretty nice. So if you're planning on spending in the game, now is the time to do it. I wouldn't spend money that you wouldn't normally, but if you're planning on spending, like buying like the monthly card and any of the like beginner packs that they have, which the beginner packs are some of the going to be the best packs in the game to start off with, especially this one down here. which guarantees a single SSR, then you spend it now and you'll get the rebate for going into launch. And actually, if you wanted to, if you're someone that just wants to spend a little bit and you just want to get this pack, you only need to spend like $26, and then with the rebate you'll get enough to buy this. Which, I'm not going to do that right this second. I plan to spend... The one negative thing is if you're a person that likes re-rolling, which I've decided I'm not going to mess with re-rolling. From what I can tell, you're not going to be able to re-roll if you want to get the top-up rebate. So it's like you're picking between whether you want to spend and get the rebate, or if you're going to be willing to re-roll. And with re-rolling process, it's going to require multiple emails. Because from what I've seen, people are saying they don't think you're going to be able to do the emailing where you add a +1, +2, +3 after it as you make new accounts. So you'll actually have to have new emails. Oh, people are chatting and trying out this. So we have the servers here. Let's see. Same bank. I want to spend cash. E7 art. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're going quick. They like just spammed a bunch there. They've got to have more servers than this. Store has issues. Well, that's why they're doing a paid test. They want to make sure the store is working good for launch, so they want to get all the kinks out now. But I'm not going to mess with that right this second anyway. I'll do that in a little bit. But let's see. On summons here, we don't have any yet. I will absolutely be pulling for her as well. But when it comes to the banners, you can see here 1% rate up for them. And when you come to the rules over here, guaranteed after 100 pulls. But there is where it says you are guaranteed to obtain an SSR Animus within 100 summons with the limited SSR Animus guaranteed. That's the big thing. I think a lot of people are like, it's guaranteed. There's no 50-50 on getting them. Now, it's a 1% rate, and the hard pity is 100. But when it comes to the pulls, you can see here, I don't have any of the specific pulls, but you see, do you want to spend the crystals? It only requires 100 of them, and I already have 200. So if I wanted to do the polls, I can right now. Now, these ones use a different currency. This yellow one that's going to be a little bit more rare. But these are your light and dark units here. And they're going to be, overall, probably the better units in the game. And on the permanent banner, you can see you have when you pull an SSR on the permanent banner, you have a 0.75% chance for the green, blue, and red, and only 0.25% chance for the light and dark using that currency. While this one, it's a 1%, and you're guaranteed to get a light or dark. How many people? Anybody can join it. From what I understand. You just go in and you set up an account. I don't think there was any requirement for this. I think anyone can join in on it. You just have to go to the link they had in the announcement here in Discord. Yeah, you just go into the Discord. There's a link to... And I could probably just post it here. Let me see. I'll just post it in the chat. But I think you should... I think it's available to everyone. I don't think there was any limitations on it. But yeah, they're trying to test all of the systems. Buff credit card. I wonder if it'll create new channels as they go. Like, it says these ones are full right now. It still let me in it. There's a world chat. Yes, there is. I mean, the servers just went live like 30 minutes ago. See how the chat is. It's moving along pretty good. What's funny, a funny thing I noticed Uh, if you go on Pridewin, look, I could show this. I noticed that. Let me see if I can pull up here. I'll switch over to Pride real quick. If you look at this on Pridewin, when I was like looking at a lot of their guides here, like I think, let me see, module system. Does it have it here? A lot of, because their images, yeah, their images are from the test server, and when you actually look at it, all of them have me in the world chat saying hi. Like that was like the one thing I said hi, and it's in all of their images. But can move that back over there. But yeah, it's the there's the world one. I think there'll be a union one when you join a union, so you can have a separate chat with your union people. But it's overall, yeah, has that. That's pretty nice there. And actually, I didn't see. If you want to summon with the crystals, does it say how many it costs? It's 300. So to pull on the light or dark banner, it's going to cost 3 times as much on the crystals. They have a 25% rate versus a 75% chance rate on the other characters. So it's going to be kind of a balance between how you want to spend your pulls, whether you want to go press your luck on trying to just get them in here and pulling on this banner, because it's a third the cost, but you're going to pull them at a fourth the rate. And I think general advice is going to say to always pull on this banner until you start getting a lot of these characters and you're worried about getting dupes, because dupes in this game are going to be just, they give you little stat bonuses, but they're not important at all. And so I'm going to stop. Like, I'm probably going to pull on this one like once or twice. And then after I'm settled with my character, or I'm happy with what I kind of got, if I don't have any light or darks at that point, I will start pulling on this one. Now, the targeted one, the beginner banner, my advice to a lot of people, and I'll be making a video on this before launch, it's not going to really matter right now in the beta since it's all getting wiped, is I'm not actually going to pull on this until I'm happy with where I'm at on pulling on the permanent banner. For the simple reason being, if you do the beginner banner first, and I say select her, and get her, I don't want to then start pulling on this banner and get a dupe. So this is going to be like the last banner I use until I'm done with the permanent one. And then from then on, I'm only going to pull on the limited banners. But you're going to see the common advice for most people is you're going to want to pull her on this banner. She is one of the best units in the game right now. She's going to help push through story and all that real quick. But we do have, and it's not here yet. We'll keep pushing the story, but the events. And actually, I'm just going to kind of skip through the story so we can kind of unlock all that stuff real quick. I can always, I've seen a bit of the story before, but I'm not too worried about it here. Kind of just want to get everything unlocked. Okay, so it's saying replace her with her. We can, oh yeah, 2 times speed now. And auto's available. Alright, so it's actually pretty quick to get auto unlocked, which is nice. Let me see what my camera is looking like on battery. I may be kind of screwed for this stream. 7%. Yeah. 30 minutes, it's only charged at 7%. That sucks. New acquired module. Okay, so now this is where it kind of talks about the module system. I have a video on this. I'll probably make a more in-depth one once we get closer to launch. But I actually really like how their set system kind of works. Although in the beginning, you're going to kind of feel really weak because you get very few of these to apply towards the sets. But it works out pretty good. Ambush success.
行きましょう。ここを通り抜ければホームはすぐ下よ。風見さんが消えた場所。
Get in our crystals here. Getting some poles. And see, that's like your typical, and that's what I say, it kind of feels like you're getting crystals like at the same rate as a game like HSR. Like that just gave 50 crystals. That actually feels, I think that's more than I remember HSR's chest giving. But the poles are cheaper in this game, at least for the normal limited. The light and dark units are going to be the rarer ones. But there's going to be also less of them. Security. Buffs and debuffs shown above their head. Yep. You can view your buffs and debuffs in the upper left corner. So that's their crit damage increase here. Alright. Yeah, 50 crystals for that fight. That's kind of like a mini boss fight. More of them coming. So you can just do the speed boost here. The running away, escaping on a train. Yeah. You got a bunch of people sleeping on the train. Ambush success. Such a nice feature that you can skip a lot of the fights doing this. I think this one I have to fight. Alright. Three polls. Man, the world chat is just going crazy down there, though. HSR is better. 20 hours of dialogue and 8 hours of black screen. 20-minute cinematic cutscene. Yeah, I'm wondering how moderated the chat's going to end up being. What it has. Protecting it from people saying a bunch of stupid stuff in there. What did I just click? Oh. Alright. And see, the AI, I think with the skills, I think it likes to go right to left on these. I don't know if there's a control to kind of give them an order you want them to do it, but I think it is right to left on priority. Except maybe on like healers where it won't use it if you don't need a heal. And this is going even during the fights. Tell me this game has a Paimon. Someone's trying to get people in their Discord. I should just join it.
なんなのこの電波。こっちだ。
And one thing too is you can replay through the story if you're gonna want to skip through it like this. If you want to like get to the end game as quickly as possible or unlock stuff, and then just watch it later. Massive AoE. New module available. Oh wait. Oh, I can actually go right to it from there. So yeah, the green one's already gone the garbage because now we're getting blues. But we're going to be replacing these so much that I'm not even going to mess with like upgrading them. So I'm pretty sure we will get to the purples fairly quickly as well. But I actually have now 6 of these. So do I have... Yeah, so I've already got the 8 unlocked. So attack plus 25 from the onslaught, or the onslaught one here. Let's just load him up with some stuff too. Since he's like the other damage dealer for now. And that's pretty much all we got. Do we have another shell? I don't think we've had another shell drop yet. Yeah. Hey, another mini boss. Need to make her unlockable. She looks pretty cool. I know a lot of the characters you can unlock are like bosses in this game that you have to fight. And Leon's doing a lot more damage than him. Not a single SSR on my polls. What happens if I delete this account? Won't be able to use it? Yeah, so that's the big thing that's going to be with that is it's like a 30-day delete from what I understand. So that's why you're going to have to, if you want to do rerolls on launch, you're going to have to make like a bunch of emails. And with the rates on, like the biggest units that if you're going to want to reroll that you're going to want to reroll for are going to be the light and dark units. Just because they're the rare units. It's not going to be worth it though at all. Oh, and this is where it's going to have you do a free 10 poll, I think, here. I don't know if this one's scripted or not. Let's see. I did not see... Yeah. I didn't see any SSRs there. Got a purple. Yeah, this one could be scripted. I'm not sure. You get a bunch of this currency, which is just your standard stuff that you can use to convert to, I think, more pulls. We actually almost have enough for a 10 pull here. Now this one, did it reduce? Oh, it didn't count it towards, I think. Did it count towards? Oh yeah, it did, because it's 80. So that actually counts towards the soft pity, though, on the permanent banner, which is nice. Because for anybody, I'm going to say pull on the permanent banner first before you use your target summon. Which for a lot of people it might suck because it's going to take a little bit longer to build your account. But that's the easiest way to guarantee you don't start off getting dupes, which can really suck. Here's how you farm the shells. Okay, so we're going through shell farming. And she's only a level 1, but... Now, once we unlock the main event for the free unit, it'll kind of guide you in what content you want to do, because you want to make sure you're getting levels as quickly as possible, because that's going to be refreshing your whatever you call it, the stamina system, or the stamina from the stamina system in this game. And so just like with Sword of Convallaria, if you do it correctly, you should be able to play for quite a bit in the beginning without having to worry about your stamina running out. Because every time you level up, you'll get more stamina. You'll get the currency for stamina from the events. So we have that. So it's just going to show us, I think, that we have the main quest. Yeah, we can go to the next one here. Did we unlock anything here? Oh, okay. So we do have all the events, I think, here. And there's a ton of stuff in here. Might be a little bit overwhelming at first. Yeah, so this is... Participate in the Etheria challenges, join the Tap community, share and earn. So like you can get some cosmetics and stuff. Now I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know. Like I think these are ones that are constantly recycling in. It's just like their in-game PvP. I don't know how quickly we'll unlock it. But this one ends in 11 days. We have Lethal Pursuit, so just knocking these out, it's going to get you a little bit more pull currency. And so this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pulls there. The growth boost, so this is like your starting growth pack, so you can get some pulls as you level up. And cosmetic at the end for him. And these things right here are going to be important for your star levels on your characters. One thing I didn't kind of mention, I need to probably make a video on that too, I haven't really gone over it. But here's I think the important one, is this is where you're going to be able to get a free copy of Ling Lu on this event. And so this is what you want to kind of use as your guide of how to play the game. Now, it opens up these things as the days go by. But you want to just kind of do these. Now, you don't have to get it all done day 1. This is just the first one that unlocks for the day. But you'll get like pulls up here, and so you just slowly work on these. And then at the end, you will get a free copy of her. And she is a top-notch healer. And this one is... Okay, so then we have that one, and then on the phase 2... you get a free... This is a random SSR one. And this is why I'm saying you don't want to use your targeted one until you've gotten all your randoms out of the way, because you do not want to get dupes. But they will have a second phase to get a random one there. Let's see. Tasks. So this is just more tasks. Get some more pulls that way. Get an outfit for her. Oh, here's our starting check-in. So a lot of pulls coming in. 7 days, so 5. Yeah. So 30. So 40 pulls right here. So this is just enough by itself to get you a unit. Competition starts. The Global Invitational. I'm not going to be too much into the PvP. But this is when you kind of start getting into their esports type stuff. Oh, I pulled in another screen. But the people that are into that, this should be pretty big. And you can actually click this to get a little bit of crystals here. And then it just pulls up the YouTube video for it. But I'll be doing like the in-game stuff. I ain't going to try and be like super competitive. I'm not good enough at these types of games to do that. You got this event, Candy Party. So another little mini event for some prizes. I actually haven't tried this on the test server. Let's see how this one works. Mysterious rewards in the gotcha machine. So I think you just like, you have so many attempts you'll get. I don't remember how you actually get these. I think you get these daily. So you just want to come in here and do that every so often. Animus reconfigure. During the event, hyperlinkers can use the meme overwrite device to reconfigure the abilities of owned Animus. After reconfiguration, original star level of the prowess and power will reset to the initial state. Oh, so this is a way to get like a character if you want to refund everything they have. So I think this will be something that'll come up regularly as they shift things around or change characters. So if you're no longer wanting to use a character, you'll be able to throw them in here and basically reset them back to normal and get the materials back for the investment into them. So like she's a blue unit, you can just throw her in here, completely reset her, get all the XP back out of her to invest in your SSRs. That'll be important through the beginning as you're just going to level up whatever you can to get through the game. But then you're like, I'm not going to use this blue anymore. Or even this purple. Let me get all my stuff back. So festival. For every 99 cents or 1 Hydra voucher consumed, gained 1 festive point. Okay, so this is kind of like the paid one. So if you spend $100, you'll get this one. Plus a... is this a guaranteed... Oh, man. If you... I think spending $100 is probably going to be the kind of... the real... If you're going to be a spender, I think $100 is like the good point. The kind of just overall start with a really big start here. Because you're getting one here. You can get one in the shop. You get one from the event. And with the amount of pulls we're getting, you can start off with like 5 to 6 units with all the stuff they're giving out on the spending. And with this rebate on here, you only have to spend $50 because you'll have, if you have 50 of those vouchers, you'll end up with 100 of them on the launch. And then, yeah, here's the detailed rules of that. Oh, it takes you to the website. It's not actually in here. But the first $100 is a 200% rebate. So you spend $100, you'll get $200 worth of in-game stuff. If you spend any money, you'll get this the skin. Yeah, so these are the beginner packs. This is going to definitely be the most popular. And let's see. Limited access and new looks. Are these costumes? Yeah, these are costumes here. So you have your passes here, the monthly one. So over a course of a month, you can actually view this as being 33 permanent banner pulls, or if you're going to go for the light and dark units, it's just over 10 pulls for them. The hyper pack. Hyperlink Pass. What's the premium one? So this is 8 pulls plus 500. What's the difference between these two? Actually, I didn't see this one in the test server. Or is this the battle pass one? Yeah, rewards after upgrade. Okay, so you get another guarantee. Oh, this is okay. These are a little bit different than the guaranteed SSR ones. It's a guaranteed SR or SSR. You're not going to get a blue unit with these. Some pulls. I think this is the battle pass. Arena card frame. So this is just like the advanced battle pass here. So this is, you spend the extra $5. It's just like a lot of gacha games where they have the advanced one comes with a special emblem for it. I will say though, there's an emblem that I can hope I can get in here. Let's see if it shows. Well, not an emblem. I think it's a title. This one. This is the title I want to get. Obtain 3 or more SSRs in a single 10 pull. This is like the... I've got some really, really good luck. I think this is a 1 in 10,000 chance in any single 10 pull at 1% rates. Now, it's a little bit better odds than that because you can always pull it off in the guarantee as well. But yeah, I think this is going to be the big one I want to make sure I get. Actually, what was that other one? Oh, I didn't even realize this. This is not a guaranteed SSR. This one at the end of the festive one is only a guarantee for an SR or SSR. Yeah, and this one's only 1. So it actually is not. This one's not as good as I was looking at. I didn't realize that was one of those. You have to be careful on looking at the... Look, this is the one that has the guarantee SSR one that'll drop. Alright, let's just continue pushing the story, though. Because we haven't unlocked everything yet. We haven't unlocked the mail system, I don't think, yet. Unless, oh, yeah, we did. Okay, yeah, it's here. 10 polls. Actually, 18 polls if you count those. So if you were going to re-roll, this is the point in the game where I think the re-roll will happen. Now, I think on launch we're going to get more polls than this. There's going to be probably the pre-register bonus ones as well. But if you look at it right now, we have just over 30 polls if we wanted the poll on the permanent summon banner here. And you can see your records. But I still have to get... You got to get... The guarantee is another 70 at this point. But this is kind of the re-rolling point for those that want to do it. And right now we have 30. We'll probably have a little bit more from the pre-register. But it's absolutely not going to be worth it in my opinion. Let's go ahead and... Oh, my dog... guess my wife's up because my dog just came running in here. It's really early for us. I got up quite early to do this. And so she's the one we fought. That's the one thing I noticed in this game is there's a lot of fighting people and then they become our ally after.
システムのことならそうだ。一緒に行くならこっちのハイパーリンカーとリンクした方がいいわよ。問題ないわ。おい。自分の身は自分で守れるわ。ビビってるなら先に帰ってなさいよ。誰がビビってるかよ。そこまでにしておけ。共に行動するならしっかりとついてくるんだぞ。
All right, let's move on. Oh, this one's gonna be... Oh, easy fight.
ヤンは黙ってなさい。
おい、誰のしつけが。
二人とも落ち着いて起動できるかどうか。
So are we trying to get this train working here?
チャック、システムにアクセスして。
Let's see what my camera's at. I might actually turn it on because I might only be playing for like another hour because I'm probably gonna take a nap.
ほら、列車が来る。
I got 20%. I think should be enough. Let me reset it here. Alright. I gotta reset the camera though. There we go. Hey, now I'm on screen. It should last long enough though at this point because it's plugged in to my computer, and even though it's at 20%, it should last a good chunk of time, but we'll see. Genesis is spreading. Ooh. These people all dead? Yep. It's spreading and killing everyone. Alright. Leon Brawl. Gray is so good. Yeah, Gray's like a really good starting unit that it gives us. That's this guy right here. Got 4 SSR easily. If they're getting their luck now, that sucks. I'd rather be unlucky now and lucky on launch. Oh, they've opened another channel here. No SSR. I got everything. Yeah, this is the problem. You get everything, get all your luck now, and that's just going to suck. Alright. This first like boss battle here. So the ones that are like highlighted, I don't think you can skip these fights. They have been all the ones that forces you into them. Actually, I should be replacing. I don't know why I haven't replaced them. Yeah, wait, there's no 50-50 yet. No 50-50. Are you doing reroll? No, I'm not going to actually reroll in the game Shining Bowser. I'll be making a video on it. Right now we're at, like, I've already passed the point where you would reroll in the game. This is just the beta, so this isn't, there's no reason to even reroll in the beta. But, I won't be rerolling on launch in June. For the simple fact that, and I'm trying to get confirmation on it, but all of the units will come in their own run. And since it's the currency in the game is pretty easy to come by and you'll be getting plenty of pulls, there isn't really a need to. Now, I will say there's one area you kind of need to figure out how you want to approach it, though. This guy's CCing a lot of my units. The first one where it's actually showing a little signs here. I'll have to actually start putting modules on everybody because it's going to start to ramp up difficulty. Not like hard, but it's going to ramp up the difficulty a little bit where you're actually going to have to start equipping them with stuff. Transformed. So him being blue, he's weakness to Leanne. So he's gonna target, yeah, it does look like he is hard targeting the people that are weak to him. Besides his AoEs, it targets everyone. But yeah, they definitely are getting hurt a lot more on here. But I haven't, like, put anything investment-wise into her, though. That's why she's also getting wrecked. Level 6. Train got blown up, but we defeated him. Alright, so we got the next chapter, chapter 3, unlocked here. You can see, as you're leveling up... Oh, yep, here it's talking. This is a kind of thing. Commissions offered for you. So challenges. So this is now for modules. So these are the bosses that were specified on that tier list. On where they're marking who's good for what. Now, we did figure out, like I showed at the beginning, though, the tier list for the people that are tier 5 on it, even though they're good units, it has to do with the element. So this is the green guy. So the people that are the blue element are tier 5 on it because he's going to annihilate those people, regardless of how good they are as a character overall. But this is the one where you're wanting to... You can kind of see on these pieces here. So we are on normal. You can actually get the purple pieces that have 2 towards the set, which in the beginning are going to be the important ones, I think, to get. But when it comes to actually trying to get your best gear, you're not going to be seeing those until I think it's Hell 3. Hell 3 is where you start seeing the chance to get the mythic pieces with 3. But you'll probably get predominantly 2 on those. And then Inferno, I think, is where it's guaranteed. Oh no, Hell 4 is where it's guaranteed. I'm guessing you just get more stuff on this difficulty. You got Doki Doki here. And she's got Swiftfoot on her sets. Bramble's one that I think is going to be really nice on Tiamat. Even though it's a defensive one. So we still haven't got the XP one unlocked. Prowess materials. There's a ton of little event things in here that we still need to unlock. Do we get anything new in here yet? Nope. Well, I guess I could try out the polls. This is where I really need to make a guide. I need to really figure out the best way to approach this, though, and make a guide for it. And that is because, like, Freya is a guarantee. Now, and here, I don't know how long the banners are going to last. It might be a 2-week rotation, which then means that she's going to rotate out after 12 days, which means you need to rush the content as much as possible if you want her to get your polls. Right now, I have the equivalent of almost 40 polls. Definitely my advice for anyone that's wanting to look at this is not to do this one right away. This is going to be, once you're done, do not pull on this one until you're done doing the permanent banner polls. If you're going to be a spender, you may want to do these first and then go into her. Because the other thing too is this not this banner. Freya is in the permanent banner. So if you get her in this one, there's no reason to pull on her limited banner. And I think they will cycle all of the units through the limited banners at some point. The big difference between these two is going to be the pity. And that is, so you look at this one, the pity for this one is 80. And I believe, yeah, after 50 summons, you get into soft pity. Now, I don't think it specifies how quickly it ramps up, but after 50, you get into soft pity. While this one does not have a soft pity. And Joy Mary, thanks for the follow. But on this one, it's got no soft pity, and it's all the way to 100 pulls. So you're advantageous to pull on this one initially until you have a decent amount of units. Because the biggest thing is, dupes in this game are pretty useless. I mean, they gives you a little bit of stat bonuses, but they're pretty useless. They don't actually, I don't think they're even counted in PvP. So you can't use your dupes as an advantage in PvP. It's only going to be for the PvE content. And so you basically just, once you get established with a few characters on this, like, I'm done pulling on this banner because I don't want dupes. If I don't get a light or dark unit, I'll probably start pulling on this one. I don't really care about Messiah. He's not one of my target units. I think the main units I want from here are Lily, Henrik, and Doki Doki. So I have a 3 out of 5 chance if I pull on this banner to get somebody I want. But it has the same 80% or 80 summon roll. But it uses a completely different currency. And if you want to use your crystals here, it's 300. Oh, am I not allowed to do it on this one? I could have swore. Or is it only on him? Oh, you can only do it on this banner. But if you, on the limited banner for the dark light units, it looks like, you can convert these to pulls for it. But it's 300 versus 100, which is what it costs. Oops, I didn't mean to pull. Well, but it's only 100 on this one. You can convert the pulls by 100 here. But I actually want to pull on this one. Let's just try and see what I get on the permanent banner here. So I've got, yeah, I just got 35. So I think we'll be getting into soft pity. Just barely. But let's see. This will be the first one I say everybody should pull on to see what you get. I will say, though, you can get very unlucky. Oh, did I get someone? I got one. Am I going to get lucky in this and then unlucky on launch? I'm pretty sure I got an SSR. Like, I want my bad luck in the beta, not the launch. Oh my god. Rose is a unit I want. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna get all my luck now, aren't I? Jesus. Well, I'm hoping this is what happens on launch. First 10 pull getting a unit that I want here. And so, now I have Rosa. So if I pull another Rosa, that's a bad pull. Ling Lu is free, so if you pull a Ling Lu, man, that's just terrible luck, because you're going to be able to get a free copy of her. Luckily, I don't think Leon is in here, because Leon's the free unit that we get a copy of, so you can't pull her. But pretty much anybody that's not Ling Lu as your first pull is going to be good. I just got Rosa, so Rosa's a big one that I really want, because she's a really good crit DPS. So then, if this is the kind of luck I have on launch, this is where you start asking the question, is it worth it to continue pulling on this one? Because I definitely want a copy of Tsukiyo Mi. But I'm for sure want Freya. I will be pulling for Freya for sure. But then I don't know when I'll make the decision on this banner. That'll be the big one. Because once I decide to do the target one, I'm done. That's when I'm done with the permanent banner, and then I'm only pulling on the limited time ones that come out. Just because dupes will be that bad. Let's see. Task progress. Complete main quest. And so we'll be getting a ton of pulls in the beginning if you push through it. Now, I'm not a big fan of playing very far into betas. If anyone knows how I am when it comes to these, just simply because I know it's going to get wiped. Now, this has the paid rebate, so I will be spending money. I think the best value, if you just want to spend a little bit of money on the game, and you know you're going to spend a little bit of money, I think you're going to get this one, because the rebate is basically going to be 100% up to $100. And so this one's $50.99, but say you don't want to pay $50.99. You can pay basically $26 or around that to be able to get that on launch, which is what I think, because that's like the best pack in here, which is the random SSR one. And I mean, you have your free one here, but you could probably pay the $30 and then you would get it by buying the ones for $30. Now, they don't have the Hydra vouchers in here. They actually have the real money amounts on here versus the Hydro voucher system they'll be doing on launch, which, I mean, if you've seen when I was in the test server, it has those. And it's basically one Hydra voucher is $1. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. And so you have this, the summon shop. This is how you're going to be able to get dupes for her. And this is just the currency you're going to accumulate over time from pulling. I mean, the main thing you're going to want to, like, while she's good, dupes aren't really all that matter all that much. I mean, you're pretty much only going to want to use it, I think, for pulls. But how many you get and how it resets, I'm going to guess every banner, maybe? This might be a banner reset. Ooh, whoa. How do you get these tickets? Wait a second here. How do you get this currency? Lily's in this shop. Oh, this kind of changes things. I didn't see this shop on the test server. What is the currency called here? Animus Crystal Point. Animus Crystal Points. Let me see if there's details on this currency yet. Because I don't know how you acquire this. This is a very... like, I would need to... Verosa. But they have Tiamat in here. They have Tsukio Mi in here. Time until item restocks. The question is, I want to see how the restock works. Is it always going to be these units in here? Because I may not want to pull on the permanent banner at all. I want a copy of Rosa. I want a copy of Tiamat. I want a copy of Tsukio Mi. And I want a copy of Lily. It doesn't have Heinrich in here. So what I would probably do instead... pull on this banner. Which, you can only pull on this one with this currency. See who I get. Hopefully I would get Heinrich or Doki Doki. However you get that currency, save that currency up for Lily. Does it have information on that one here? Let me check the Discord for it. Crystal points. Oh, event time. Infinity Train. Oh, it's part of the event. Infinity Train. And that I might not have that available yet. Because it says... Infinity Train. Event time. 5:15 to 5:19. So we're not getting that one for a little bit. So I don't think that one's in the test server either. So that might be the big thing. I might not even do many polls on launch until then, realistically, because I like my guarantees. I'm going to have very specific characters I want, and getting randoms on this is going to kind of suck to use my polls for. I'd rather just, even though in the long run this will cost more, it guarantees it's a unit that I want on this banner. And then I just save this one. I save this one for like a long time. I don't think I'll do this one immediately at all. But maybe not, because I need to kind of get the details on this one, or that new currency, because I hadn't seen that one in the test server at all. But let's see here. So we got that. Claim daily progress rewards 5 times. So this is doing your dailies. You got to push to 4-3 to even do that one. Win in a Grand Pursuit dungeon at 10 times. Any Animus reaches level 30. So this first one's going to be super easy, and that one's going to get you 3 pulls. What are these other little currencies here? Supply pack. Yeah, the yellow disk drives are going to be like the super important ones. Really want to save those. I wonder if they're going to add more packs in the shop, though. I'll be making a video on everything in here. Ooh, wait. Oh, here's some of them. Ooh. Oh, baby. I've got it. I've got it. This is how we're going to buy This is how you're gonna buy a lily directly, right here. That's basically a selector right here. You can buy it once a week, but here are those points. And if it resets weekly, you can say it's $150 and you get a copy of Lily. If you spend $100 and you get the rebate of $100, so you're gonna get $200, you can actually guarantee a copy of Lily. And then I can guarantee a copy of this. This is actually might be really good. I can get my Lily. I can get my Tsukiyomi. I'll get my Tiamat from the selector. But then again, since Tiamat's available here, who's not in that list? I'm guessing that list will change over time. But, like, it doesn't have some of these other units up here. I mean, it doesn't have any of the other light and dark units. Like, it doesn't have Doki Doki or Heinrich, which are two big ones. But at least, I mean, that does give you a spending way to get a copy of them. But, I mean, this is going to be, like, the first $50 one you might want to pick. But this one is a beginner's pack, so that one's always going to be available. The beginner's packs in gacha games typically don't go away, so you can always buy that down the line. So, I'll probably be making a video on that, though, for spenders for sure. Rerolling is absolutely not needed with that, if you're going to be a spender. Let's see, what else do they have in the shop? So at least now I know the value of those. And it does say you can get these crystal points from the event. We need to see how many we get in the event, because it might be something that it's going to take a few months to accumulate this kind of level. But we'll have to see. Are they in any of these other ones? Like, this one's not really good at all. Like, these are things you're going to get over time easily. Basic modules, that, yeah, that won't be worth it. 10 poles. So this one is, see, this is where it's getting tricky. This is poles that goes towards the light dark units. But man, with the fact that I can save up, like, I need to ultimately I need to see, like, when this resets in 3 days, do these change on who's in here? Because, yeah, I think that's going to be a big deal. If this is constantly changing, it could throw off my plans completely. Because then you just save this currency over time and eventually buy the unit you want when they're in this shop. And I would never pull on a, except maybe like the first couple, I would never pull on this banner. I'd be done with this banner. And then only do the limited banners from then on. And you just want to save up a ton of the crystal currency. And then, because you're going to get plenty of the purple pulls. So I think the strategy is going to actually be to save your crystals up for this banner, since it lets them convert you here, even though it's 300 for a single pull on this one. I mean, the big thing is, I mean, it's 100 pulls versus the soft pity of 50 on this one. I think you at least do this one once to get your first light or dark unit, and then after that it's not worth it at all because you don't want to risk getting a dupe. Well, let's go just back in the story, man. Just yapping away about all the systems in here. Let's just continue a little bit. Although I'm not a big fan of playing betas very far into them. I like to just kind of get the systems down, kind of figure out my plan for launch, and that's it. Because the data is getting deleted. I don't want to play all the way to endgame. Plus, I have access to it in the test server anyway, if I wanted to try the endgame stuff. But, yeah, I've never been a fan of playing long into betas. Like, I know in Arknight's Infield, I played it for like a day, and then got everything down, got everything I like, got to test all the polling systems, and then called it. Although I definitely have to spend, though, to get that rebate. Oops. I got caught there. We'll probably push through this one, then I'm going to just call it a stream. But liking what I'm seeing. Although I wish they had a little bit more options. I feel like they're going to add more into the shop. But I do like the options that... Oh man, people are already showcased. I like this too. You can link your units and your builds in here. I should put it in here. Oh, it just... Okay, that's kind of annoying. Ah, whatever. I think if I remember, I've already done this mission. I think they changed the beginning missions up a little bit, unless the test account had already done them for me or something. Because I didn't remember any of that, but I do remember this mission here. Where are we? Wait, get off there. Mike? Where's the square? Oh, it's a search. That's why. It wants me to search the area. Oh, it's gonna force a fight, I think, on that one. Yep. Oh, I need to build my Rosa. My dog's in here just sitting here staring at me.
ここは住宅街だった場所のはずだけど、まさかここまで崩壊してるなんて。崖に気をつけろ。邪魔をするな。私どう？ついてこい。自業自得だ。はっ。開けますよ。中身は何でしょう。うかつだった。あとは頼む。
people are all dying. And I don't think, I think they get revived after fights here. I don't know. Let's see, does it maintain your status? Yeah, it doesn't maintain that. Level her up so she's ready to try and test her out in this next fight. Smack. Oh, this is like a mini boss. Alright, let's put Rose in here. Rose is a crit one, so let's replace him. Dang, putting Leanne to shame. I didn't even put any gear on her.
観測モードではスペースに残ったメモリーデータを捉えることができる。カルテだな。
Yeah, so this one's another search one. Yeah, I remember doing this on the other one. And then... Is it you? Check that. Man, my allergies are starting to go. Yeah, that's her AoE, and let's watch Rosa go in with her high crit hits. Now she raised everyone's crit rate now, so even Leanne takes advantage of that. I actually don't know what she does, so I did see that she gives an attack and defense buff, though. Okay, you beat him. And that was the end of that one. Alright. Yeah, and from here... Yeah, so you still tons... I mean, it just gives you tons of the energy right off the bat to keep pushing through it if you want to. Let's just go ahead and see what else we got here. Okay. Chat. Event. Did I unlock anything new here? No, I think everything is here. I think I've pretty much got most unlocked. So it's just grinding out the story at this point. Just knocking out the events. This is the one rebate going on right now. This is as you spend. You'll get those. The reset. The candy party one. Yeah, I am not participating in that. Just to get my butt whooped. Daily login rewards. So it's basically a lot of focus is going to be on completing this. This is like the biggest event, though, to get the free copy of her. Man, I really hope I don't pull her on a launch. This is like the one thing that'll suck because now I can't show it here because I haven't bought it yet, but on the test server, if you watch my video, I show what the banner looks like for where is it? For this. And it's basically the exact same thing as the permanent banner. So you can spend the $50 and then get a copy of Ling Lu, who's the character we're all getting for free. Which would absolutely suck. But I do like it almost makes me think, rather than buying that one, rather than buying this one right here, the random SSR, I feel like you're better off if you're going to spend that $50 buying this. This is a weekly one too, because you're going to get these crystal points, and it's basically a selector of these units. So you can get Tsukiyomi or Tiamat or Rosa or Borgun or Exadia, or if you're willing to wait 3 weeks while spending it, you can get a copy of Lily. But now you got to spend like $150. But if you're going to spend $100, you're going to get that rebate of $100. And so you could effectively say you're cutting it in half. So you're spending like $75 for a copy of Lily, who's one of like the top units in the game. But it's going to take 3 weeks to accumulate this much currency. The only thing I need to see is what happens on restock. If it's restocking these units or if it's not. Because this has like every unit that I want in the game. It has Tiamat, it has Rosa, it has Tsukiyomiya. I don't care about these two, but is there any of them that I want that's in the permanent that I have a good chance of getting in this one? Like, I don't really care about any of these other units enough. Like, my top units are, well, Freya, but Freya's on the limited. I want her. I want a copy of her. I want a copy of Tiamat. I want a copy of Rosa. I want Doki Doki. I want Lily. And I want Heinrich. Like, those are the main ones that I want. He's not in there, and Doki Doki's not on there, but they should eventually come to this limit banner, which I can save up for. So, I might not even pull on the permanent banner. I may just go straight for Freya right off the bat. Just dump all my pulls into trying to get a copy of her. Because I will spend and at least get the rebate. And looking at the math there, that's at least 2 of them. For the $200 equivalent I'll have. Plus I'll spend a little bit for like the monthly packs. Or the monthly pass. So go back. Wait, this is the events. Why do I keep clicking the events? So if you're saying I get $5,000 for every 50, it kind of, I do not like that they're doing the $50.99. I do not like that. But because a lot of people are going to just do the $100 purchase option, which then is going to be a rebate of $200. But you're only going to be able to afford 3 of these unless you spend like an extra $3. So I get the reasoning, but I don't like that too much. But so that pretty much guarantees her for the $100 though. And then if I get the other couple bucks I'll throw at it, I can guarantee another one of these units. But I'll have to see more details on this, because this is literally every unit I want in the game. And there is an event that has this currency. This is not only a paid cash currency for those watching. There is an event that they mention that's not going to start in here until 5:15. It's Infinity Train event activity. Take on the consecutive battle challenge with up to 24 waves per day. Earn anima crystal points and primary prowess supply packs on your highest daily rating. And so if you can start off really good so that you can do, like, maybe if you're going to get a spender, buy your way to getting a good team right off the bat. Or if you just get, I mean, you're going to have tons of pulls. So even if you're not a spender, get your good team right off the bat, ready to go for that event when it comes out. so that you can go as high as you can to get as many of those passes as you can, so that you can outright buy in the shop some of these characters. I don't know if it's going to change who's in there, like if it's always going to stay those units, because if that's the case, then Lily's going to not be that rare, which means first 10 pull. My luck, yeah, I got your release luck's gone. Yeah, I got on I immediately got Rosa on my first 10 pull. Like, I mean, I had the free one, the free starting 10 pull, but after that, when I did my first actual 10 pull, I got Rosa. But I will say Kojo, even though she's like the biggest unit to get for that, but man, my allergies are starting to go. Woo. About to sneeze here. Getting kind of a headache from these allergies. But hey, at least you know you can get her in the... Man, why do I keep going to the wrong one? In the exchange shop. She's available here. So I actually... It'd be nice to pull her, but I'd rather get like a Heinrich or Doki Doki since she's not in this shop. They're not in this shop. And you can earn this in an event. I don't know how much. We'll see on the 15th, because I will be trying it out on the 15th. And I mean, I think it's actually better value for your money. I'm going to be making a video on that. But I think it's better value than this, because this one's a random, while this one is basically a selector. You get 5,000 of this, and that's in the weekly shop. So this is in the weekly shop. So that will reset every week. So you can, as long as these are units that you want, and maybe they'll put other units in here over time, just buy that pack and then select them here versus taking the random in the beginner pack. I don't trust a random, because you know what's going to happen is you're going to get your first SSR on that random, and it's going to be Ling Lu, like I've mentioned before, that everybody's getting for free in the event. But man, Lily is expensive here. I mean, that is the case with this game. The light and dark units are 3 times the cost of the other ones. It's kind of similar to Nikkei with their pilgrims, where yeah, we have a higher rates, but the dark and light are harder to get currency, and they're lower rate in the normal banner. But yeah, my allergies are starting to really pick up, so I'm probably going to get some... I think it's the lack of sleep that's not helping too. But I think it was a good initial push to kind of try it out for the first couple hours. But I will be making some more videos on like the shop and all that after the fact here. And I'll probably mess around a little bit with it more. But I don't really need to do much more than this. I don't really like playing heavily on betas because it's all going to get wiped. The only thing else that I really need to do is spend some money to get the rebate, and that'll pretty much be it here. Everything else I'm going to just do in the test server, since I have access to everything in there. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. Overall, pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Definitely a couple things I did not notice in the test shop or the test server. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for now. But yeah, there's quite a few people who showed up in the beginning. I know this is kind of outside of my niche that I cover. So overall, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll call it for now. But thanks for watching, everybody.